Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Rose of There Goes Rose, and today we're doing my November Spin a Wheel TBR. Welcome back to the channel. My favourite video to film, and I haven't filmed any other videos in the last 4 weeks, so sorry about that. But I am back with my new TBR game, Wheel of TBR. This is episode 2. So if you're new here or you didn't see the last one, we spin the wheel for prompts and then I go and choose books based on the wheel. I do 5 spins and every time I add a new prompt on. So we've got a missing cheese piece here because I need to get a new prompt, and we do that by choosing prompts from my TBR jar. So we're just going to crack on with the TBR jar and the game. So I'm going to pull a prompt from the jar to see what we are adding to my cheese wheel. And the prompt is random number generator. So let me just add that on. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel to get my first read of November. We have got Gwen Chooses, which is exactly how the game started last month, and this is the only prompt that I don't remove because it's quite fun having a little mini game with Gwen. I just need to shout my dog. So we've got, the choices are Sally Rooney Intermezzo, The Virgin Suicide, and Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors, and these are my 3 most recent purchases. What are you going to choose? You got one? Oh, nice. And we're taking that one to her bed. You can hear Gwen munching her treats in the background. So for Gwen Chooses, I've got Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Picked this up from the charity shop for £1. Well excited for this. This is Sally Rooney's latest book, and I have no idea what it's about, and I'm not going to read the blurb because I don't want to know, because I want it to be a complete and utter surprise. Okay, for spin number 2. We've got gifted, so I need to choose a book that I've been gifted, a book that I didn't buy myself. For gifted, I went with one of the oldest books on my TBR, and I must have had this for a good 10 years maybe. I got it gifted to me for Christmas one year. It's sci-fi, and I don't love sci-fi, which is probably why it's been on my shelf for so long, but it's We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. I know it got good reviews when it came out. There are a few things that Harry Denton knows and a few things he doesn't. Harry knows that his mum is struggling to keep the family together and coping by chain-smoking cigarettes. He knows that his older brother is a college dropout with a pregnant girlfriend. He knows that he is slowly losing his grandmother to Alzheimer's, and he knows that his boyfriend committed suicide last year. What Henry doesn't know is why the aliens chose to abduct him when he was 13, and he doesn't know why they continue to steal from his bed and take him aboard their ship. I'm going to stop reading there because it's quite a long blurb, and I think that's enough for me to know what it's about. Choose a new prompt from my TBR jar. And the new prompt is poetry. It'd be really cool if this one came up because I've had a new poetry collection recently, which I am dying to get to. Okay, third spin for prompt number 3. Okay, photograph on the cover. Let's see what I can find. For photograph on the cover, I chose another recent purchase which I got from a book market in my town. It's The Service by Frankie Mirren, and I'm really excited to read this. I think it's a fiction story of sex workers, but let's just remind myself. So Laurie works illegally in a rented flat in central London, living in fear of police raids which could mean losing her small daughter and her dream of a new life. Freya is a student who finds she can make far more money as an escort than she could in an office. Life, after all, is already a tangle of madness and disassociation. Oh, so I think it's, I'm going to start reading again. I've got to be quick as well because I need to leave in like 4 minutes, so I'm trying to get through this, so forgive me. Because when I come back, it's probably going to be dark, so I'm trying to, do this when I've got light. So that's The Service by Frankie Mirren. I'm super excited for this one. Okay, the new prompt going on the wheel from my TBR jar. Another yellow one. There's no theme to the colours. Another cover-based one, nature on the cover. I'll now add that one to the wheel. Forgot what number spin we're on. I make notes on my phone as I go, so let's check. Okay, so we've done 3 prompts, so 2 more to go. So 4th spin for prompt number 4. Random number generator. So I'll screen record on my phone, and whichever number we get, I'll hit shuffle kind of 3 times, and the 3rd number is the number, and we will do it on my shelves. So I will also film my shelves. So first we'll do between 1 and 2 because I've got 2 shelves of unread books. So let me screen record. Okay, I've got a random number generator. We're just doing it between 1 and 2. So to see if we're doing shelf number 1, which is in my living room, or shelf number 2, which is in my bedroom. We've got shelf number 2, which is my bedroom. And as an estimate, I think there's maybe 30 books on there. So I'm now going to do it between 1 and 30. And let's see what we get. Number 25. Really hope there's 30 books, otherwise we're doing that again. For random number generator, we got number 25. I did have well more than 30 books on my shelf. And I was quite surprised because I kind of completely forgot I had this. This is a graphic novel and it's called Siberian Haiku. So this is a book I got on a subscription service. And it says, early one June morning in 1941, a band of soldiers pulled 8-year-old Algis and his family out of their beds and told them to prepare for a long trip. This is how masses of Lithuanians were forcibly relocated to Siberia. Why were they deported? What crimes were they guilty of? And where is Siberia? So many questions ran through their minds. I think this is going to be an interesting graphic novel. I've not really read anything like this and I don't really know a lot about this topic. So it'll be an interesting read and an interesting way to sort of learn more about it through graphic novel style. And it will break up some of my chunkier kind of fiction stories as well. Okay, so I'm going to rub that prompt off and add a new prompt to the wheel. So the new prompt going on the wheel is friend pick. I'll just add that one to my wheel. So if I get friend pick, I will WhatsApp a friend a few books, maybe 3, and they get to choose which one I'm going to read. For the final prompt, I'm going to spin the wheel for the very last time. I need to jig this around because we've stayed at the top. So I got friend pick instantly. So I'll screen record again. I'm going to ask my friend D to choose one of 3 books. What do I want to read? Let's go and have a look. Sorry about the lighting change. It's been a couple of hours since I started filming this video, and then because I took my dog for a walk and waited for Dee to get back to me, but she's got back to me, so I gave her 3 options to choose from. She was picking from The Situationship, OK Days, or 7 Days in June. That was the one I was probably most kind of wanting to get to, just because it's a new purchase and I've heard really good things about it. But the one she chose is probably really good because it's been on my bookshelves for a little while, and she chose The Situationship, which I'm still excited to, words are failing me, which I'm still excited about because I think it sounds really good, and it's one I got in one of my subscription service boxes. So this says, when the love of her life shows up with a girlfriend, Tia decides it's time to put herself out there. Expectations of dating apps are low, so it's a surprise when she instantly connects with handsome photographer Nate. He's everything she's looking for. He makes her feel safe, seen and desired. Tia assumes they're on the same page. The only catch, they're yet to have the talk. I think this is just going to be quite an easy, nice, cosy read for November. So let's take a look at the final books I'm reading for November. So we've got The Situationship, we've got Siberian Haiku, we've got Frankie Mirren, we've got, these are heavy, We Are the Ants. I don't know if my hands are big enough to do one more. No, we're gonna have to lean. And we've got Intermezzo, the newest Sally Rooney book. This is my November TBR. What should I start with first? I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all of these, but we'll give it a go because I did 5 picks last month and only read 3. Not my best month, but we are getting into, well, I say this, like the cozier, more reading kind of months. But the thing is, because they're my favourite months, I end up making loads of plans because I like to go out. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for joining me. I'd love it if you could pop a prompt in my TBR jar. So if you've got any prompt ideas that you'd like to see on my wheel, please drop a comment below and yeah, share your prompts and I'll get it added in, and then when I pick your name out, I'll give you a little shout out too. Hope whatever you're doing, you have a really lovely day, and until the next time, I'll see you really soon.